Hi there, my name's Gemma and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience as an exchange student at Adelaide University in Australia. Adelaide was founded in 1836 and has been designed so that the streets are laid out in a grid, making it easy to navigate for newcomers. The city centre is a blend of historic buildings, wide streets, parklands, cafes and restaurants. Adelaide is easy to get around, with rolling hills to the east and beaches to the west. With a population of slightly more than 1 million, Adelaide is the 20-minute city, with the airport only 7 kilometres from the city. Adelaide Hills and major beaches are less than half an hour away. It's also Australia's wine capital, with numerous wine regions on its doorstep. The city itself has a vast cafe culture lifestyle with a diverse cultural mix that guarantees that the food is sensational. The best place to head for affordable food will be the Central Market. Here you'll find a huge range of fresh food all under one roof. But otherwise Coles or Woolworths are also available almost everywhere you go. Adelaide weather is moderate. On arrival in June, it could be quite cold coming from an European summer, but it will still be between 10 and 16 degrees Celsius, and towards October or November, it heads towards 28 degrees in summer. Hot days though can be real sizzlers and easily reach 40 degrees, so take a variety of clothes. There are a few things that need to be sorted out before the adventure can begin. Firstly, health-wise, there's relatively little that needs to be done. With the documents sent by the University of Adelaide, I was given information about health insurance, which is mandatory for studying in Australia. This will cost you a bit of money, but apart from that, there are no necessary vaccines unless you intend to travel to Asia. The health insurance can then also be used to apply for a visa, which you can apply for online. You can choose to either find accommodation yourself in Adelaide, or you could use various accommodation types offered by the university. For the first option, have a look at gumtree.com.au. That is where I found my accommodation, but beware of scams. The university itself also offers various accommodation options. The Village and Urban Nest are some popular options as well. There is plenty of accommodation available, so if you look around in May or 2 to 3 weeks before you depart, you should be able to find something local. All areas are generally safe, although I would advise against North Adelaide regions, just based on what students have said about it not being so nice. The university will send you the procedures for applying for courses per email. You have to make your decision before you leave for Australia. However, you can change your courses within the first 2 weeks of the semester. But if you're quick when the class selection slots open up, you can try and arrange your week in a way that gives you enough time to travel around. There are many different courses which the university offers, which you can check out on their website. But I'll tell you about the courses that I took. This course also offered something new, which I had not done before, and was a bit more challenging in that the content was unlike any I had ever done. But apart from that, it was pretty interesting and was assessed through participation and essays. Overall, I got 80%. This subject is not very different from what I've done in Maastricht, but it covered an interesting perspective in terms of company challenges. I'd recommend it because it had a very easy exam and the tutorials were not very demanding, so it allowed for some free time. Overall, I got 82%. This course was quite interesting as it covered a part of business I hadn't looked at before. There is no exam except for 3 tests spread out throughout the course, but they are doable. Overall, I got 70%. This was definitely one of my favorite courses in Adelaide, as it concerns itself with the ethics in several professions as well as businesses. The topics are good sources of some heated and interesting discussions in the tutorials. To anyone who's even remotely interested in ethics or some controversial issues nowadays, and how businesses and people deal with them, should really take this course. I promise you won't be disappointed. The course assessment consists of 2 essays, and overall I got 84%. Lastly, the exchange is not all work nor play, and some important experiences and lessons can only be gained when you travel. So if you have the time and finances, I would recommend you to do it. Australia has so many interesting places to offer, as well as affordable ways to go about it. Here are just some of the places you could see. So to finish off, I would firstly recommend go to Adelaide. The city is great, easy to get around and safe, but it is also very centrally located in Australia, so you have a lot of options to travel from here. So first of all, travel. Just do it and use every opportunity you get. Go to New Zealand if you can, it's worth it. Meet international and also local people. I spent a lot of time with people from all around the world, but meeting some Australians will also help to get a lot of insider tips. Join the university's sports clubs. You will not only meet great people, but many associations will offer you little weekend trips at a very low cost. Definitely join the water skiing club and the mountain club. Go to Uluru, the heart of Australia. I did a 7-day guided tour with an organisation called Groovy Grapes, and it was definitely one of the most amazing trips of my life. Make use of car relocations. They are a great and cheap way to get from A to B. Explore South Australia. It has so much to offer: beautiful coastlines and amazing landscapes and wine regions. And if you feel homesick, there are many ways to explore this state by bicycle as well. But also keep in mind to not pay for the first tour or trip that is offered, as with a bit of research I could often save a lot of money by finding a cheaper option which was just as good. Don't assign yourself classes on a Friday if you can avoid it. Many exchange students go on trips from Friday to Monday, so it can get a bit annoying if you keep missing out on that. Don't bring only summer clothes. There will definitely be really cold days and you will want something warmer. Finally, don't worry. Take in the commonly heard Australian saying "no worries" and relax and enjoy.
So wake me up when it's all over.